So what does entrepreneurship give a woman? It gives her.
Sometimes we are worried about what the people
and
think.
then rose to leadership and believe that impact should still care about public speaking.
It directly affects a sleep hormone called melatonin.
Unlocking the hidden potential and
for years,
life for sitting for so long.
In a situation where staying away from home, even your menstrual cycle will improve. The better your mind also will calm.
On to our next topic for the day. The next topic for the day is to unlock our potential and live our life to the fullest. And for this, we have Dr. Naga Swathi ma'am, to deliver a talk on this topic. She is a veteran SAP strategist with nearly 20 years of experience in digital transformation for 200 plus global customers across 15 industries. She's also an author. She's an award-winning and best-selling author of the Four Makeovers. And she's also a certified energy transformation coach, helping individuals overcome mental and emotional traumas. And she's recognized for her contributions to mental health initiatives, and she has received multiple awards. So welcome, ma'am. Very pleased and grateful to have you here with us today.
Thank you, Bhagavati. So before I start, people on the call, do you need a break? Or can we get started? I'm not getting any answer.
People in the call?
Oh,
yeah, we can start.
I guess we can. Okay.
Great.
So,
thank you so much, Bhagavati, for the intro, and thank you, Manik, and for all this. I'm so very honored and very, very happy Women's Day to all. I think most of you are girls still on the path of getting into your dream lives, right? So how are you all? I need an answer in the chat. How are you? It's not like fine, okay. Let me know how you're feeling at this moment. Excited. Cool. Great. Feeling motivated. Fine. The topic for today is unlocking the hidden potential and live life to the fullest. So what do you mean by potential? So these are like big jargons we are listening from our childhood, that even in the schools, if someone achieves much, you'll say that this kid got good potential, right? And we'll have to recommend this kid for some other things. So what exactly the potential word mean to you? It's the strength, the courage, the stamina, what you have within you, which will help you to achieve your targets. Few of you might be very good at creative things. Few of you might be very good at your mathematics. Few of you will be very good at your engineering subjects. Few of you are super good in coding. Few of you are very good in your communication skills, right? Each of you has something which is hidden inside you, which you might not be understanding at this point of time. So what I feel is, suppose the question from the earlier session, which says that, I'm feeling pressurized, I'm feeling burned out. Why? What is the reason for that? Because most of the time we get carried over by the societal pressures or the numbers, especially in this era. If you also get 97%, you'll be still asked by most of the parents and the faculty that why 97, why not 99.9, right? This is the general thing that comes into picture, which means that you are running behind the judgment, what you get from others, rather than thinking and analyzing what is that I truly desire in my life, right? How many of you in this call would have taken engineering just because you were told to write the entrance and take the engineering? If it is computers, then you'll be highly paid. By the end of 4 years, you'll come out with a job and you'll have a great career. So how many of you got carried away by this thought and took the engineering wherein you would have had passion somewhere else, right? So I would like to give you 4 questions which will help you to understand what is your true potential. Okay. First thing is, what is that? If you have a book and pen, you can write, all of you, or you in the mobile, you'll have notes. So what is that one thing which you can do without the limit of time and efforts in your life? If you have 3-4 things, you can write.
Ma'am, can you please repeat the question?
So what is that one thing which you can do without the limit of time and efforts, which means that the thing which gives you so much of joy when you're doing? Okay. Second thing is, what is that the thing what you wrote now, is there a possibility of making it as your source of income? If I can go to the next question, what can I do or be to make it as my passion and profession? Done?
Ma'am, can you repeat the last question, Anu?
I guess there is a network issue. Ma'am, you can try rejoining. Maybe that resolves the issue. In the meantime, you can write the last question. I'll speak. What can I do to make it my passion and profession?
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Now it's okay, ma'am. Now you're visible.
Yes. So do this exercise maybe early in the morning when you're free, so that it will help you to know what are your true skills and what is that you truly desire. And when it comes for this, I'm not advertising, but I would like to show. Can you see this?
No, ma'am, it's a blur. It's appearing blur.
Okay.
The cover is blurred, ma'am.
Can you see now? No?
It's too bright, ma'am.
Okay. So basically, I just wanted to.
Can you put it near the camera, ma'am? The Four Makeover. The Four Makeover. Now it's visible. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the book which I wrote. I'll not talk. Maybe you can just read it. But the Four Makeovers: Tools to Unlock Hidden Potential and Live Life to the Fullest. So why do I say it as 4 makeovers? Because see, most of us would have been conditioned from the childhood on different things. In fact, we will grasp so much of energy when we are in our mother's womb. And you would have heard the story of Abhimanyu, right? Who has listen to the Padma Vyuha when he was in his mom's womb. So why we will be finding it difficult to unlock our potential is because we are completely packed with the conditioning and the circumstances through which we have been brought up from the childhood, from the time when we are in mother's womb, then the childhood, then your teenage, then when you get married, etc., etc. So there will be lot. First is the conditioning, second is the projections and expectations and judgments that are around all of you, and third one is the hidden fear trauma which is there. These are the things which block. That's the reason I say these are invisible cages which we would have built for ourselves. And you would have seen in a lot of social media about a small story wherein when the elephant is small, it would be first tied to a what to say, a pillar or a stone, and when it tries to move, it finds it difficult. Slowly, that weightage or something will be reduced, and when elephant grows up, and it will be so big, but still it will be feeling so scared to move because it thinks that it hurts. But now the elephant is so big, it can just move, and the entire what to say, stone or pillar can be crashed with its movement, but it cannot move. That is because of it's a childhood conditioning wherein it was conditioned, saying that it was conditioned that when it is tied, it is hard to move. So today, before going to bed, just search inside yourself and write down those things which are no longer serving a purpose for you now at this point in time. Right? When you are a child, you were told certain things, but it has no relevance now. That really helps you to identify the cages. So I'll tell you one example. When I was very small, I was okay, studious, but once or twice I got second rank instead of first rank in my school. It was early first standard, second standard. So my mother started telling, "You study well, but you always get second in the class. You always get second in the class." That was the conditioning which was there. Until I reached my +1 or +2, it used to happen that I study well and there will be half mark or 1 mark wherein I'll get into the second place, not the first place. Even the elocution competitions or whatever was done. And even when I started my career also, it would be like when it has to be like recognized as highest potential of the team or something, employee of the quarter, my manager will always used to say, "You did well, but we found a slight difference between this employee and that employee." So one day I sat somewhere around some 10, 12 years back. I asked myself, what is that which is blocking me? And I started doing deep breathings. And that's the time I realized that this went back to my childhood of first standard when my mother said that you always get second. And other instant I would like to share here is that when you are kids, no, you will be excited with so many things. You'll start something, you will stop, you will learn some painting, you'll stop, or it's like there will be so much of ADHD that time, attention deficit. You will be like distracted with so many things. So one day I was drawing something, it was just half made, and one of the friend came and called, and I just went. And that drawing was lying on the table for 1 week and I did not finish. So she said, "You start something, but you'll never complete." That was like, that was second standard, so I did not realize. But I realized it when in 2012, right, I'm associated with a lot of volunteering organizations, NGOs and all. So I was so excited. I wanted to take up one district to teach meditation to the children and all. I said, "I'll do this," and I presented a report, etc., etc. That person said, "Swathi, I have seen you start with excitement, but you lose that excitement after some time." I was like, "This I'm listening from my childhood. What's wrong with me?" you know. Then that day also, I just sat and realized that the small sentences which our parents or the people in our surroundings say, that has huge impact on us. we if I talk from the spiritual perspective, we are like infinite beings with infinite capacity. If we want to do something, we are bound to do. So I would like to also touch base on one story which I wrote, because when I started my career, I was a professor. I was a professor for management students. And there was a student of mine who was my junior, like 4 years junior when I was in school. And she was like outperforming when she was in school. Now in college, in the graduation BCom, she was very quiet, etc., etc. So long story short, when I came to know the whole background, the background was that this girl was threatened by the parents that you're not supposed to be happy outgoing, because boys will get attracted, and you will spoil our name and fame. The girl who was like lively, jovial, became so pale. Then I had to go and talk to the parents and make them realize that they should trust uh, their kid. So in that way, I would like to, so wherever you're feeling stuck, wherever you're feeling that you are in a cage, just take out a book and pen and write. Suppose you have started an app and you are unable to finish, or you sit for 5 hours but you will be like debugging, or you'll have a lot of problems. Take deep breaths and then write, what is that which is stopping me? Technology is one thing, maybe some code has to be rectified, that's fine. And internally, what is stopping me? Somewhere deep within there will be a fear of success. I have seen this in many of my clients, the fear of success, wherein if they succeed, they'll be so scared that what if I'll be in limelight, what if I'm visible, what if there'll be more projections, more expectations from me, let me be in the second or third row or in the backstage, etc. So just question yourself, am I having fear of success? Am I having fear of failure? Am I worried about the judgments? Am I worried about the guilt my loved ones might get into? Because this is a big thing. If you achieve more, suppose you have your siblings or cousins who are not achieving more and you achieve more, you will be shown as a role model and you'll be told that, see, he or she is achieving, why can't you achieve? And you get into that guilt because your cousin is feeling sad about it. If you are really a true, kind, compassionate person, you get into that guilt. And that fraction of second of guilt will lead you to step 10 steps behind. Few of you will have that capacity that, okay, let me pull my cousin also along with me, let me pull my sibling also along with me. But most of the time people will get into that guilt and they'll go back. So also these are some things which you will have to search inside yourself, and you will have to be aware. Awareness is the key. And then you will be able to know what you are. I will give you a small example. Okay, you got ready, you took your bike or your car and you started driving. You're so happy you're going to go to a party or a marriage. After you turn your lane, suddenly you become unhappy. Suddenly you start cribbing about the person who is coming in the opposite direction, the car. Suddenly you will feel that life is so miserable. What happened in that milli fraction of second? See, our body is a biggest magnet and radiator, I can say. It picks up the energy and thoughts just like this, not even this. This is also too late. It picks up the energy so fast. So in a day, whenever you're feeling irritated, just stop and ask, what is the trigger of irritation? Maybe someone in your college would have been will be passing like this along with you. They are irritated, you'll pick up the energy. And how many such energies you would have picked up and made yourself wrong and small, right? So do these kind of things. I always say journaling is the biggest tool for you, because when you journal without thinking, it brings out the thoughts and energies of your subconscious mind. After you write and read, you will be astonished sometimes. Oh, is this what? Am I like this? All this is the garbage which you have filled into your subconscious mind because of the projections and expectations and judgments. So first thing, forget about the judgment of others, forget about the projections of others, forget about expectations of others. What is that I truly desire in my life, and what would it take for me to achieve that? That should be there. And everything what is coming, I always use the word dream stealer. you know I don't want to tell being a mother, because I am also a mother of engineering graduate. I don't want to tell, see, most of the time when you say that, to the parents, I'm doing this, full of excitement. I don't know how many of you follow Hindi here. I just want to use that sentence, beta sambhal ke gir na jaye. you know don't go so with so much of speed that you will fall down. What if I what if I fall down once? What will happen? Being a mother, I'm telling you, because I myself tell unconsciously, this is my unconscious love and bias which might stop my son sometimes. Sambhal ke, right? When even the parents have that faith on the children, they'll not tell. So that sambhal ke will drag you 100 feet back sometimes, right? Sometimes we feel it as love and concern, but most of the time that is the projection or expectation. Okay, so these are few things I would like to tell. Maybe we are running short of time. Should we take questions, or how to proceed?
If you want to speak more, then go on. If you want that we can take questions, then it's okay. As per you, ma'am.
Well, let's take questions. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So first of all, ma'am, I want to ask, because the topic is relatable to me. I always think, what's my potential? What I can do? Because sometimes people say you can do this easily, but sometimes I have self-doubt. Okay, if you are thinking that maybe I can do it, sometimes I can say, yes, this is very easy for me, but people think, no, this is very difficult for you. So there is like internal conflict between me, my subconscious mind, and others, people that are surrounded by me. So how to actually realize this thing? If we are capable of doing it, or just do it. But if we are not able to do it, then maybe in future I stop taking initiatives, and are like, how to find your potential.
Okay, so have you ever felt that what to say, that adrenal rush or the rush of thing when you get a creative thought? Suppose, let's take example of starting this community. It was just a thought in the beginning, right? How were you when you got the thought? Were you confident? Were you excited? Were you feeling good when that thought came of to start this particular community? If yes, that is your potential. Later you'll tell your friend, "Arey nahi, kyun yaar? Let's focus on the studies." If you stop there, you think that I don't have the potential to start this community, and you would have stopped. So when you get a thought, I say journal. Once you get a thought, suppose you want to start a startup, example, say some startup with something, a hypothetical example, you would like to start a gaming startup. Okay, write the pros and cons, write what are the resources available and what you need, write the finances that are needed, how you get. When you do actually, I really love mind mapping really gives a full picture, it gives clarity. Do a mind map and see. So, and then ask yourself, if I take this up, what would be my life like in next 3 years? Then write. If I don't take it, what would be my life like in next 3 years? That only gives you the clarity. Forget about every other person. Once you get the clarity, when you are confident and determined, just ask, who is that who will support me? because I prefer in asking questions to universe, because that's the way how I get the response rather than a person. So many times, well, who will be there to support me, or what would it take for me to do? Someone will show up and someone will talk about similar kind of idea. So you will realize that this person might support me. So it's all energetic, it's all thoughts, it all mind. So start doing this mind mapping, then you will have a thorough feeling. Because I don't know whether you would have heard about the book The Big Magic. It's a very popular book. In that, the author says that um, ideas are like small angels, it seems. So it will come and it will keep knocking you, your aura. Say, suppose start a community, start a startup, or go for trekking or something. It keep knocking you a week, a month, and if you are not acting on it, it will just go and pick up someone else, it seems. And that's a place where, if you would have realized many times, you would have thought maybe 3 months back that I'll do this will be very good, and you would have stopped, and after 3 months someone would have executed and they would have succeeded in that. Have you seen that in any of the time? I have seen that in many ways, in different teams. I would have thought, okay, let me build this presentation, let me build this video, let me get a team and do this initiative, and I would have stopped, right? So, journal, yes.
Yes, ma'am. But
Hope I answered your
as
question.
yes, definitely, ma'am. But
Yeah.
as you have seen that picked up someone else and that someone else
Mm.
executed that, then FOMO takes
Mm.
over. That I could have started this earlier, but I could have acted on this earlier, but I
Exactly.
haven't. So what then?
So then you ask yourself, okay, he has done that, but I'm an infinite person with lot of capacity, right? Spirituality, energy, quantum physics, everything says that you are an infinite being. Okay, what can I do? The best thing is, for these kind of questions, just before going to bed, end your the day with this thought: what else can I do which will help me to succeed? Just sleep. Maybe for 4 or 5 days you do, sixth day you'll get an idea. Because when you, just before going to the bed, when you ask this question and sleep, your subconscious will start working on that. Because when you sleep, that is the time when your subconscious wakes up and start working.
Suppose, ma'am, you are saying, okay,
Hmm.
currently I have hundreds of ideas or
Hmm.
written ideas on
Hmm.
my different
Hmm.
notebooks and notepad. But these are a lot of ideas, and
Hmm.
as a human being, I can't execute all of them.
Exactly.
So how to choose those ideas which makes us successful out of so many?
Okay. There are two ways. One is, when you see the current trends and the market and the way how the world is evolving, where is it going? Look at your 100 ideas. In this fast pacing world, the way the country is going in a direction, or my college is going in a direction, or youth is going in a direction, out of these 100 ideas, which idea will help me to contribute more, to succeed more? Again, mind mapping, again, journaling. Seriously, that really helps. I can show my desk. I have some 6 notebooks separately. I keep journaling whenever. That really gives a lot of clarity. All the 100 you cannot execute, because you see a lot of times that you can do everything, but not, you can do anything, but not everything, right? So you will
Definitely.
have to also gauge your time, your efforts, your priorities. Out of that 100, which one is your priority? Why is it your priority? What is that which is make, see, another thing is why, what, and how. These three questions will really help for your ideas. If you take any of the corporate business, everything starts with why, what, and how. Why is this idea needed? What is that I'm going to do with this? How am I going to do this? So you are writing in your computer language, input, process, output, with these three questions. So do that exercise. Maybe you will. Yeah,
But
there is a question.
let's suppose
Yeah.
out of 100 ideas, we list up 10
Mm.
ideas. that makes us successful, that is right as per the situation. So if I share my situation, if I study very hard and scored 9.5 plus CGPA, I would be successful. If I just don't focus on academics and focus on DSA and networking skills and hackathons, I would be successful. If I don't do that, I make up a project and do a startup and just make it a venture, I would be successful. So these all make me successful at this point of time. And I'm interested in all of these three. I can do. Suppose similarly a person or a girl here have three points, three paths, which if they will follow, they'll be successful for sure. And all of these have little interest, which they can follow. So how to choose one out of three, because we can't execute all of them at once.
Okay, you know that all the three are important, all the three will make you successful. Out of that three, what is that one thing in which you get into the state of flow? When I say state of flow, in psychology or in mindfulness, there is something called a flow state, wherein when you start doing, you will not feel tired, you will not get the sense of time, and you will have that sense of achievement. In that three, what is that which gives you that? Suppose you are doing hackathons as a participant or as an organizer. Organizing anybody can do, in my view. It's purely my view, because any event management team can also do the organizing. But if I'm doing as a participant, what is that one idea, one app, or one particular scenario I can develop which can get me patent? That is something which is buzzing now. If you develop something which is not there in anywhere in the world, you can get the patent, and every year you can earn 4 to 5 lakhs on that, just with the patent. There also divide the questions. Hackathon as a participant and as a organizer. As a participant, what are my ideas? How much time I should spend on this? And what is that I'm going to get? Question. You'll get the result. And when you talk about your GPA, there also, I don't know, it's Indian style of learning that you'll have to study 5 hours after coming back from the college to get 9.6. But most of the time, just by listening, you have a lot of things like audiobooks, everything. When you're traveling back from college to home, or driving, you can still learn. In my view, getting 9.6 is not a big deal for a person who identifies their potential.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for answering. Maybe Bhagwati can take up the question from the chat.
There is
and
a
ask.
question, ma'am. As you previously mentioned that parents say "dekh ke beta," they do mean well, but that leaves a really negative impact. So how to overcome that? How to overcome that? Okay, how to overcome that negative impact? There is something called perspective shift. Whatever the thought comes, if you change the perspective, it changes the world. If you see the affection and you can convert that affection as your true strength. Okay, I have something to tell about the energy, especially when it comes to the parents. The love, affection, and concern of the parent will become as a huge shield for each and every child. And it's clairvoyantly observed as a pink and gold shield around the kid, and it protects the kid in many ways. That is scientific, a part of quantum physics. It's proven with a lot of pictures. I don't know whether Leadbeater's book called Thought Forms. In that, the photos are shown how the mother's love will look like. So if you change the perspective and make it as your weapon rather than projection, that will really help. So instead of thinking that parents aisa bol rahe, so you may think that I have my parents as my back for whatever I do. So you will still keep moving even though they tell that every day. Okay. Hope I answered. But
So,
is there any?
if anybody has any questions, please put them in the chat.
If anybody doesn't ask, we have a set of questions that we have collected pre-hand. Bhagwati can take those. But if anyone wants to ask, then this is the right moment for you to ask, to utilize this golden opportunity. Okay. Bhagwati, you can take the questions.
Ma'am, we know that tech careers can be very fast-paced and demanding. So, what are some simple but effective, self-care habits that we can adopt to maintain energy and avoid burnout, or not to get frustrated easily, ma'am? What can we do for that?
Good question. So yes, technology is changing fast. What is there maybe three months back is not there now. And if you take my example, I keep getting certified every 6 months once because I'm in a technology company. So first thing is that enthusiasm, zeal to learn. And the second thing is, when we talk about the burnout comes when you want to do many things at a time. If you want to, if you I there is no bias, but I would like to give example of few European countries, the way how they work. Because I work on a global role. They are like, they'll take one topic, they'll go so deep into that topic, they become experts, and they'll do only that topic. They are not bothered about what's happening around. But genetically, karmically, the people in India are so very attracted towards what others are doing. Even I want that, wo bhi chahiye, ye bhi chahiye, wo bhi chahiye. If you are in that mode, you will feel burnout. If you focus, if you do your research, so what is that technology which will last for say 3 years or 4 years? Where is the demand? Focus there, go deep in that, forget about everything. Be a unique contributor of that technology yourself. Then the burnout will not happen. And of course, the breathing exercise what ma'am has taught, in fact I do it every hour. Not that exactly, but I'll take out 1 minute or 2 minutes every hour. I'll do the breathing exercises to release the clutter. Like how you have traffic controls, right? There is a traffic control, you'll have to stop. There is a red light, you'll have to stop. So that red light is every 1 hour. Stop, take 5 minutes, release whatever nonsense happened 1 hour back, release, move on. That really worked for me.
Ma'am, and one more question, ma'am. Your book, The Four Makeovers, it talks about unlocking potential. Like, can you share a practical tool or strategy which we can use to build confidence and grow in our tech, in aspect of tech journey?
Okay. The tool. I have given a lot of tools. A few of them are meditations, and few of them are journal, and few of them are affirmations. So I'll give a process, the way how it has to be followed. First is, if you have a problem, write it. Read it loud. Okay. Then do a visualization that that particular problem is disappearing, because visualization plays a vital role in manifestation, that you would have seen. Not even, I don't want to use the big word called manifestation, to release the clutter. Then build 3-4 affirmations which are in line with your problem, and keep repeating it. So yeah, I don't know how to show, but I have a lot of yellow sticky notes along my table which reminds me that I'm not what I'm thinking about me. So that is something which really helps. Questions, journal, visualize, affirm. 4-step process. So visualization can be like with breathing, or visualizing that you are releasing that problem and you are moving towards your journey of success, something like that. But there are in that book, you have the QR codes. If you scan the QR code, you will find the visualization meditations in my voice. So you can practice it. That really helps.
We have only 2 questions in the chat, then we can take and end the event. By Ishita and Lakshmi Bhagwati.
So, ma'am, Ishita asks, like, if we put a lot of effort in, let's say we have more than one thing to achieve, and if we put a lot of effort in one thing and it compromises the other thing, so what do we do in this situation? How do we effectively find a balance?
You
Like,
have
both
both.
things are equally important for us. Like, for instance, balancing personal and professional life. Like, if we put a lot in professional life, ultimately our personal life gets affected at one point of time.
So, in
Either
my view, with this 20 years of career, I feel that it's not work-life balance. It's work-life integration, which matters at this point in time. And it's not the management. It's not the time management, but it's energy management which matters. Why can't we integrate the work and life? Why are we separating? Then we want to balance. When you separate something, then only you want to balance. So that doesn't mean that get your laptop from office and sit and work. So divide your timing in such a way that you are giving, see, come what may, morning 1 hour and night 1 hour, I am with my family. Whatever the busy schedule I have. That it depends upon the quality time versus quantity time. So I was feeling so guilty when my son was very young and I started my career, and I was feeling that I was not giving time to him. So one of my mentor who was heading the North America division that time, I told her, see, this is my feeling. She immediately said, go and ask your friends who have the kids of same age. Ask them how will their day be look like. So when I ask 3-4 of them, they'll say that my kid will be playing, I'll be watching serials, or I'll be talking to my neighbor, etc. So do you think that is a quality time? No, right? So I feel that it's more like work-life integration and giving quality time and prioritizing the things rather than giving more focus to one and less to another. Integrate it and have the support system in place who will understand that, see, Monday, Tuesday, this is important. Or maybe 5 days in a week, these are the things which are important. 2 days in a week, these are the things which are important. So divide, categorize, prioritize, then go for it.
the last question, ma'am. So, like, Vijayalakshmi says, like, her parents don't, their parents just say to score well and they don't set a definite mark, but they have a mark in their mind. And if you don't get that, they automatically, like, they don't say anything, but we feel, we feel disappointed in ourselves. I also personally relate to this question. I'll just add this, ma'am. I also personally relate to this question because my mother never explicitly puts a pressure on me. She says that she doesn't pressure me, but there is some sort of inbuilt responsibility I have that automatically, like, I set a mark in my mind in any sort of milestone. I set it up in my mind, and if I'm not able to achieve it, she comforts me. It's fine, but I'm not able to get rid of that. I am uncompetitive. I agree with that, but I'm not able to get rid of that. I automatically become disappointed. I go down and I just spoil my rest of the day like this. So how can we come out of this, or how can we not think like this?
See, as a parent, I'll tell you one thing. At the beginning of every semester, I'll ask my son, what is that you will be doing this semester? What initiatives or things, because he also does a lot of hackathons. I don't know what are the names, the AMS group, he says, and he'll go to conferences and they'll be doing NSS activities, blah, blah, blah. Because I know that in a year, at least minimum, I mentor 5 to 6 fresh college pass out as part of my mentoring program in office. I'll make him sit and ask in the beginning of the semester, what is that you are trying to achieve in this? What is the goal you have set for this 6 months? Like how it will be asked every financial year with us, like what is the goal? And how are you going to achieve? And what is the support you need from me? So he'll say, and I'll have that in my diary, and I'll ensure that I'll give that support. So in your case, if your parents are not like that, you cultivate that habit in the beginning of the academic year or in the beginning of the year. Ask them, what are your expectations out of me? If they say 4, 5, 6 things, you say that out of these 6, I can achieve only 2. Rest I cannot achieve. What would happen? Why should we fulfill all their expectations? In fact, that is also part of my book. In the 4th chapter, I talk about relationship with the parents. How many parents think that they have kids to fulfill their dreams? Just in the movies they'll show, no, I couldn't become collector. You will have to become collector. You have seen in the movies, right? So you cultivate habit of in the beginning of every semester. Try it out. If not, please reach out to me. I'll help you out. Whomsoever has that question. Yeah.
We can also take Renu's question. The last.
Ma'am, she says that when she has nothing to do, she feels that she's falling behind and the others are moving ahead very much. And when she has a lot of things to do, she gets enthusiastic initially when she signs up for a lot of stuff, and then she quickly becomes burned out. So how can she manage her time and priorities effectively to achieve each goal? Like she wants to learn new skills and improve in her respective career, but she wants to know the balance.
See, that if Rajni would have taken a session, she would have spoken about imposter syndrome. That is quite natural, especially in this generation kids, that, if you're not doing something, if you're resting your body or if you're rejuvenating, you feel that you are falling behind, or, that anxiety, मैं कुछ नहीं कर रही हूँ, yeah, I'm not doing anything, others are moving ahead. So first come out of that. So nurture yourself, say that, hey, or whomsoever, I tell to myself, hey Swathi, you have worked out a lot, especially in the end of the year. It's okay to take the life and work easily from December 25th to January 5th, right? So that is a time when you give to yourself, so your body, your mind, so that it relaxes. First thing, when you're relaxing, don't think about what needs to be done. Once you feel relaxed, then sit and ask yourself, what are 2, 3, 4 things which I can do, which will bring my best in this, instead of signing up for many things, and just keep doing that. And if you have time, if someone asks, especially in college, it happens at the last moment, the faculty will come, oh, this guy is not coming, can you take up this initiative? That time when you're taking it up, set boundaries, that as you're giving it for the last moment, I can only dedicate 1 hour of my time in a day. So it again depends upon the setting of priorities and not getting overexcited. Especially when you're overexcited, stop, breathe, and ask, what is that which gives more value to me? I don't know whether you have time. If I can take 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. I know we have. See, in 2020, when our calendar year started, my manager brought in certain 5, 6 things, and he said that all these 6 are priority. We'll have to achieve these goals. That day night, I sat, and that's the first time I realized. I wrote all the pros and cons of each one, and suddenly I felt that the one thing which I pick will really give me success. So I picked only that thing, and I worked so well that out of the entire 5,000 team, our team stood first in whatever we have done. We were able to develop some 15 different types of services, blah, blah, blah. And I was awarded. Why I'm telling this is, when you get overexcited, first time when I saw all the 6, what he showed, I was like, let me participate in everything. If I would have participated in everything, I would have not able to achieve anything. So prioritize. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. That concludes the question answering sessions.
Okay. So,
yes,
yeah.
Thanks a
Just
lot
before-
yes, ma'am. Continue.
Okay, no problem. Thanks a lot, and happy Women's Day once again.
Happy Women's Day to you too, ma'am.
Yeah, before closing your day, just breathe and pick up 5 things which you learned from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. feel thankful for yourself for sitting for so long, and render gratitude for all the speakers, all the organizers. May God bless all the organizers for with good health, wealth, and happiness. And God bless you, all of you. You are doing a great, phenomenal job. That comes a long way. And keep doing, keep rocking, keep shining. And if you have any queries or questions, I'll just put in my LinkedIn here. You can message me anytime. I'm there to help, because for me, my day is not set to be end if I'm not helping a single person. It's like, if I can able to help a one person a day, I feel successful. Just okay. Reach out to me for any queries. Don't feel overwhelmed. You know what you are. Keep moving. Keep rocking. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot for making time.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye. Bye.
day.
Thank
Good
you, ma'am.
evening. Good night. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming and joining for so long. And we appreciate. Kindly fill the feedback form that I've shared. I've pinned it. Your feedback means a lot to us. And thank you so much. And thank you so much, Bhagavati and Lakshmi, for being there, and to all the volunteers that have made this possible. And I would like to give thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Manisha. Thank you, Samvetna. Thank you, Renu. Thank you, Kushi. Thank you, Geerti. Thank you, Ishita. Thank you, Adyasha. Thank you, Anvesa, for joining and remaining us till the end. I'm really grateful to all of you. Yes, keep growing and keep supporting each other. We'll see you in our upcoming special event that is on like we'll be keep organizing small mentorship sessions, but the major one would be coming on the occasion of any guesses. Yes, those who know. Okay, yeah, it would be on Mother's Day. See, a Mother's Day is on 11th May. So we'll be having our another impactful event on Mother's Day, and then we would be celebrating something that we'll tell you on that day. Okay. So good night, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining.
Good night, Lakshmi.